Hi, folks. Hey, I wanted to say a few words during the week because Sunday just isn't enough. There's a lot going on, and to stay connected with people, I'm going to try and make these kind of messages a little more often. For the last few days, I'm sure you've all seen it too. We've all been watching people go crazy. While society hasn't completely broken down, it's certainly proven to us that Agent K in the Men of Black movie was absolutely correct when he said, a person is smart. People are dumb, panicky, dangerous animals, and you know it. When people are scared and when they're the most panicky, dangerous animals on the planet, it seems obvious to everyone, whether you are a Christian or not, that something is horribly wrong with what's going on around us. For those of you who've spent some time in church or in reading scripture, we have a simple name for it: sin. In Matthew chapter 22, some Pharisees asked Jesus which commandment he thought was the most important, to which Jesus replied that there were only two important commandments. Jesus replied, love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind. This is the first and the greatest commandment. And the second is like it: love your neighbor as yourself. All of the law and the prophets hang on these two commandments, Jesus said. The second of those two great commandments is for us to love our neighbors as much as we love ourselves. And this is fundamentally a condemnation of selfishness. It's okay for us to take care of ourselves, and it's okay for us to be concerned for our own welfare and for that of our family, but it's not okay for us to be so selfish that we no longer care about the needs of our neighbors, and indeed take so much for ourselves that our neighbors can't meet their most basic needs. There's no way that any one family, let alone any one person, really needed to go out and buy several hundred rolls of toilet paper or several gallons of hand sanitizer. I've seen one large bottle of hand sanitizer out in a public place at church last for 3 or 4 entire flu seasons for an entire congregation. I'm sure there's no good reason that anyone really needed to buy an entire case just for themselves. If you've been shopping this week, or if you've seen the photographs from your friends who have, you probably noticed that the shelves in the grocery stores are empty of anything remotely edible. Sure, we're gonna need food to eat. But you know what? Since those stores normally provide the food that most of us eat week to week, year in and year out, it seems obvious that people are not only just stocking up, but that in their fear and in their panic, they have almost certainly bought more than they can possibly use. And my bet is that while some of our neighbors are going hungry, much of that food is going to spoil and go to waste. And that bothers me. Folks, I'm not going to mince words here. This kind of behavior is not only selfish and not only tragic, it's sin.